Hey guys, my name is Anna Catherine Peel, and I'm a third grade teacher in the Gulfport School District at Pass Road Elementary School. Today, I can't wait to work with you on scale bar graphs. Teachers, testing your 3.MD.3. Students, let's go ahead and check out what you're going to be able to do by the end of this lesson. I can draw a scaled bar graph and picture graph. You're going to be able to draw one, a scaled bar graph and a picture graph. You're also going to be able to solve 1- and 2-step word problems using picture graphs or bar graphs. So, let's get started. Our academic vocabulary. We need to know the word data. Data is a set of collected information. It's often numerical. That means it's numbers. The numbered information, such as a list of measurements. For instance, you might have 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and 5 inches. However, not always. A key. It tells us what each symbol in a picture graph represents. Scale. On a graph, the value represented by the distance between one tick mark and the next on a number line. A bar graph is a data display in which bars are used to show the number of items in each category, and a picture graph is a data display in which pictures are used to show the data. Now, this is one of my favorite activities to do with my class every year. It's how we get started with our lesson. I ask my class, what is your favorite musical artist? And these are some of the responses I got this year. I have a few favorites in my class. I have JoJo Siwa, Ariana Grande, the Biebs, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and the Jonas Brothers. Those are the artists that my class listened to this year. However, not everybody liked the artists the same amount. So, when it came to JoJo Siwa, I had 4 students who loved JoJo. So when I make my bar graph, I'm only going to go to the number 4. And I'm placing it over JoJo Siwa's name. When it came to Ariana Grande, everyone, it seems like, loved her. So actually, 12 students in my class voted for Ariana Grande as their favorite artist. Notice I draw all the way up to the 12, and then I come back down and fill in. Justin Bieber, he had one new song. The students really liked him, but ultimately they said he was old, so they put him at 8. Selena Gomez, they felt the same way. They felt like she's already happened, that she's okay, that they like her, but ultimately she was not a class favorite. She received a 2. And when I say a 2, I mean 2 students voted for her. And last but not least, the Jonas Brothers. They've made a comeback this year. My students have adored them, and they went ahead and 14 students voted for the Jonas Brothers. So here we've made a bar graph, and you can see the order that kids voted for their artists. The Jonas Brothers is towering over the rest. Then we have Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, JoJo Siwa, and Selena Gomez. So let's go see if we can turn that into a picture graph. Alright, so on our picture graph, we're going to go ahead and break it apart. And as you see, our key is a music note. But it says music note equals 2. So every time we have a music note, it doesn't equal 1 student vote, it equals 2 student votes. So let's go ahead and break that apart. If I have JoJo Siwa, I'm just going to write JoJo. 4 people voted for her. So I'm going to think, if I count by 2s, how many music notes would it be? 2, 4. So 2 music notes actually stands for 4 students because 2 times 2 equals 4. So I'm going to draw my music notes next to JoJo. Alright. Next, I have Ariana Grande. And we had 12 students vote for Ariana. So I've got to think 2 times what equals 12. And whatever goes in this blank is how many music notes I'm going to draw. If you said 6, you're correct. Alright, for Justin Bieber, 8 people voted for him. So instead of saying 2 times 6 equals 12, we're going to say 2 times what equals 8, and whatever we put in this blank is going to be the number of music notes we draw. So we're going to say 2 times 4 equals 8, So Justin Bieber, I'm going to put JB, is going to have 4 music notes. And you can always go back and count by 2. You can say 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 people voted for him. Now, we have Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez had 2 people vote for her. So we're only going to need to draw 1 music note because 1 music note represents 2 people. Last but not least, we have the Jonas Brothers. Just going to write Jonas. And 14 people voted for them. So we've got to say 2 times what equals 14? 7. 2 times 7 equals 14. So we're going to need to draw 7 music notes. There we go. And here you have it. You have a picture graph. But I told you by the end of this lesson that you weren't only going to be able to draw a picture graph and a scale graph, you were going to be able to answer questions. So let's go ahead and answer a few questions. This would be the time that you can pull out a piece of paper and write these answers to the questions with us. The first one is, how many more students voted for Ariana Grande than Justin Bieber? Well, I see the keyword, how many more? And when I see how many more, it means that I'm going to be doing a subtraction problem. I'm going to box that because it is a keyword or phrase. And I'm looking at Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber. Well, if Ariana Grande had 12 people vote for her and Justin Bieber had 8, we're going to have to do that as a subtraction problem. Ariana Grande had 12, Justin Bieber had 8, so 12 minus 8 would be 4 votes. How many more votes? Oh, I see how many more again. It's going to be subtraction. How many more votes did Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande have than JoJo Siwa and Selena Gomez? So now we're going to have to add Justin Bieber and Ariana together and JoJo Siwa and Selena Gomez's votes together and then subtract them. This is a 2-step problem. So JB plus AG, Ariana Grande, and JoJo Siwa plus Selena Gomez. Well, we know that Ariana Grande had 12 votes from our previous problem, and Justin Bieber had 8. So 8 plus 12 is equal to 20. Let's go back and see what JoJo Siwa and Selena Gomez had. Selena Gomez had 2 votes, and JoJo Siwa had 4. So we have 4 So we have 4 plus 2, and that equals 6. But this is only the first step of our problem, is figuring out how many votes they had in groups. Now we've got to subtract it. The 20 votes that Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande had, minus the 6 votes that JoJo Siwa and Selena Gomez had, and we're going to get that answer. However, I'm going to get you to stack it. We have 20 minus 6. 0 minus 6, can we do it? No. What are we gonna do? We regroup from our neighbor. The 2 becomes a 1. The 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6, can we do it? Yes. 10 minus 6 is 4. 1 minus nothing, can we do it? Yes. 1 minus nothing is 1. Let's go backwards. 4 plus 6 is 10. Yes. 1 plus nothing is 1. Yes. So the difference is 14 votes. And that's it today. Thank you so much for joining me.